meets every Wednesday at 4:45, and high school and middle school youth meet every other Sunday night at 6 p.m. Come visit and worship with us at St. John's Lutheran Church, 310 West Church Street, Cherryville, North Carolina, 704-435-9264.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Call Roland Black Heating and Cooling, 704-865-1375.
It's hard to stop a train.
Here staring into heaven. Jesus has been taken from you into heaven, but someday he will return from heaven in the same way you saw him go. Something to look forward to is the return of Jesus. This is Vince Hefner, pastor of the First Baptist Church of Cherryville, saying, don't give in to sin. Think about it.
Okay, welcome back to Fraley Field. Calvin Hastings and Vince Hefner tonight as we move to the bottom half of the first inning. No score on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. Leading things off for Cherryville will be Thomas Bess, followed by Brett Huff and Tyler Shoemaker.
It has been a pleasure for me to watch Thomas Bess. I get the opportunity to be the public address announcer for the Cherryville Ironman football team.
Right.
And I've watched Thomas play football and some basketball, but I believe his best sport is baseball.
Where are you going to do that this year?
I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, in August.
Have you got an umbrella?
An umbrella and maybe a big hot air balloon or something.
Or a big, what do you call it, bullhorn?
Yeah.
Bullhorn or something. So, yeah, that's, I was thinking back, how many years has it been since you've seen a level bank over there on that side?
It's a strange look.
It is. All right, we're ready to go. And the big left-hander on the mound is Jared Wallace, and the first pitch to Bess is a little low inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Vince, you were commenting how tall this Gastonia team is.
Well, we're a big team too, but if you were here, it's impressive to see these young men, their size and their agility. Our second baseman made a tremendous major league play.
Yes, he did.
To get that third out, top of the first.
Sure did. Yeah, that was Brett Huff out there making that great play.
He made a great play.
1 ball, 1 strike to Thomas Bess, and the 1-1 pitch. Missing a little low, and the count 2-1. Umpires tonight, Darrell Wilson behind the plate, and Wayne Hudson out at second base. The men in blue, or black it looks like.
Yeah, they was mentioned that they're wearing black jerseys tonight.
Here's a 2-1 pitch, fouled out of play. Look out over there.
All right, there's a souvenir.
A headhunter over there. Get out and celebrate. I hope we get done in time so we can
see the fireworks.
Here in a little while.
I think it starts at 10.
I hope so.
So we'll be finished.
Hopefully we'll be done by 10 o'clock. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise,
That's right.
as Lewis Carpenter, my buddy, used to say. There's a foul back. And the count 2-2 to Thomas Bess with Brett Huff on deck. And Tyler, what's the best way is it Shoemaker or Shoemaker? Shoemaker, okay. Just want to make sure.
Thomas is a great leadoff batter.
Tell you what, he's just quite an athlete.
Yes.
And there's a high pop first base side, short right field. Right fielder coming in, and
he caught
makes the play. Good play out there. Good hustle. That was Sawyer Spera.
Caught that ball on his knees.
Spera had to fly over to catch that one.
Second baseman, number 17.
Think about it.
I got you.
1 out, and that'll bring up second baseman Brett Huff. Want to say hello. Maybe Milton the Mad Dog Baker down in Myrtle Beach has us tuned in on the computer tonight.
I talked to him a few days ago. I'd found a baby black crow, and I was looking for
fly ball left field line foul.
I was looking for a bird cage.
You looking for a bird cage?
Yes.
Did you find one?
Well, I was able to get the bird into the right hands. There's a society, a rafter society in Charlotte that takes injured birds. So and he wasn't injured. He was just a baby.
Okay. So
I talked to the young man today, and he said the crow's doing fine, was asking about me. So
the bird man of Cherryville. Swinging a miss. Strike 2 to Brett Huff. I don't want to know what he wanted to know about you.
Well, when I picked him up from the ground, his mother was talking to
You know,
me.
birds of a feather flock together.
That's
So
it.
here's the 0-2 pitch down in the dirt, 1-2 now to Brett Huff. Oh, boy. You're going to have to tell us, didn't you and your wife take a trip recently? Or
We went
overseas?
to New Orleans,
I
which
thought
is
you
like
went
overseas. That's close enough, yeah.
Okay.
But we're planning to go to the Holy Land in February.
Yeah, you can tell the folks. We can talk about that here in a little bit. 2-2. Yeah, you were telling me earlier about it several weeks ago. And this is through the church, right?
Yes, First Baptist Cherryville. If you're listening and you'd like to go, give the church a call. I think we can take up to about 40.
2-2 pitch popped up behind us. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be a great trip.
10 days.
Whoa.
And I think it's a, 8-10 hour flight. That's the only thing that bothers me.
Yeah, well,
The flight.
I don't like to fly either.
But your arms are going to be real tired.
It will
when
be.
you get there.
They will be. It'll be worn slap dab out. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brett Huff. 1 out, nobody on, no score. Bottom of the first inning. If you just joined us, here's a 2-2 pitch. Popped up out of play again. Again, tonight's game not only on the radio, but also on WhatsUpShopper.com. Matter of fact, we're going to be carrying the rest of the games as far as Cherryville goes on WhatsUpShopper.com. Like tomorrow night, we'll be down in Gastonia.
Okay.
So if you can't make it down to Sims Park tomorrow night, you can watch the game on WhatsUpShopper.com.
Now, I know our juniors played last night.
Okay, Danny may have the score, and he may have told me, and I
That's
might
a hit.
have not been paying any attention. Fly ball to
can't
left
believe
field.
it.
Another great
He
catch
ran
out
that
there.
thing down, folks.
Man out in left field making a great play was Matt Faulkner, so 2 up and 2 down. 2 good plays by the Gastonia outfield. And that's going to bring up the DH, Tyler Shoemaker, who's DHing for Dylan Hastings tonight. Yeah, great play out there in left field.
Yes, that's great athletes this post has put on the field tonight.
So 2 up and 2 down for Shoemaker.
Now, he's a power hitter, folks. He can flat smoke the ball.
Here's the first pitch. Popped up right side. Going to curl out of play down the right field line. So no balls and 1 strike to Shoemaker. Blake Mosteller waiting on deck. Some folks coming in with some hot dogs. Don't forget the concession stand here, and they'll fix you right up.
I think they have a slushy machine now.
I've got one of those.
Oh,
right here. That's
okay.
a sun-dropped slushy.
Okay,
How
I'm
about
drinking
that?
water.
Well, that's more healthy. I got to be a jug of water down here, too. Here we go. Last night, Post 100 over Rutherford County 9-2.
Okay, the juniors. Okay.
The juniors finished the season 18-2.
Good night.
Whoa. And they'll be here Friday, and Danny was talking about this earlier, a best 2 out of 3 series against Queen City.
Is that Charlotte, Queen City?
I think so. It's a good chance it is. There's a fly ball in left field, left center. Center fielder going over, and he makes the catch. Well, each of the outfielders made a play that inning for Gastonia. 3 up, 3 down for Cherryville. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So we go to the second inning. No score on the Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky's scoreboard. And we'll be back right after this. You're watching and listening to the game on WCSL and on WhatsUpShopper.com.
When the septic tank backs up, Dennis Willis Septic Service in Cherryville is the name to remember. Dennis Willis services, repairs, and installs all types of septic tanks. They have pump-out tanks, too. Call Dennis Willis for septic tank service at 704-435-2326. Again, that's 704-435-2326 for professional, fair, and honest work from a name you've trusted for years. Dennis Willis Septic Tank Service of Cherryville. Again, that's 704-435-2326. Take time out from your busy, hectic life and have some fun. Lots of fun at Exhilaration Station in Cherryville. Exhilaration Station has something every family member would enjoy. Batting cages, mini golf, games for every age. Why, Exhilaration Station can even help you with that next great birthday party. Open 7 days a week behind the old Harris Teeter in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0670. Remember, take time out and have some good old-fashioned fun at Exhilaration Station.
So Craig, the first baseman, coming up. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, strike 1. No balls and one strike. It'll be Logan Craig, Dale Roush, and Andrew Ray here in the top of the second inning. No score. Next pitch, breaking pitch. Good-looking pitch there, just barely missed.
Looked good. But
I thought he had it.
Appreciate this umpire because he's real quick with his call. You don't have to wonder. Even if you don't agree with it, he's quick.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch, fouled. Somebody did the dance down there.
That's right.
The Hoppy Frog. So is that Drew Reynolds down there?
I was robbing some honeybees yesterday, and
no.
they tried to make me do the dance.
Here's a 1-2 pitch.
Same
Just
pitch.
missing, 2-2. You know, here's a stupid question. Do you ever get stung?
Oh, yes.
I'm sure.
Yes, there's one
I
that
just
had
don't-
that
I
intention.
do not like bees. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Fouled again. Somebody better get a glove down
Somebody
there.
needs a glove down there. They do have a glove.
Now, do you have the smoker and all that?
Yes, the smoker and of course, the mask and the uniform, and they can still find ways.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Craig. And the 2-2 pitch, ripped up the middle. There's a base hit. That's the first hit of the game for either team. So that'll bring up Dale Rouse, the second baseman. They just took it right up the middle where it came from.
Yes, sir. Sent it right back to the pitcher.
What did you collect? How much honey did you get?
Well, it was for a lady who her husband has stage 4 cancer, and he couldn't rob his bees. So me and Harold Jackson, a good friend of mine,
Oh, okay.
we went over there and I think we took off 2 supers, probably 60 pounds, 50 pounds of honey.
Oh, okay. Harold Jackson. That's not. Does he go to Shady Grove?
Yes.
That's my uncle.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Well, he's a nice man.
Yeah,
He knows a
he
lot
is.
about honeybees.
Yeah.
Real godly man.
I didn't think there was another one. I'm sure there is, but somewhere. 1 ball and no strike to Dale Rouse. Foul down the left field line. Let me back up. He's not my uncle. He's my first cousin.
Okay.
I said uncle, first cousin.
Well, he's a master beekeeper.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes, I like working with him. He helps me with my bees, and I help him with his.
Now, his sons, here's the next pitch, 1-1 pitch, foul back. You know, we used to, you know, when your kids spend the night back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, who's passed away now,
Right.
and Doug and Chuck.
Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Chuck's one of my members at First Baptist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we spent a lot of time. They used to live on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway, had a swimming pool.
Ah,
Yeah, that's why I like to frequent
you
Yeah.
stayed there
the
more
Jackson
than
house.
Okay.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to Dale Rouch. And his wife, Mary, an excellent seamstress over the years. 2-2 count to Dale Rouch. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Did he get him? Yep,
Yes, sir.
I thought he did. Just want to make sure the catcher had held on there. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Andrew Ray, the catcher for Gastonia. No score if you just joined us. Top of the second in the Game 1 of best 3 of 5 game series, Gastonia and Cherryville. Area 4 playoffs. You know, Cherryville has won the Area 4 championship 5 straight years. And if they can win it this year, that will be a record. You know the other team they're tied with?
Is it Gastonia?
You're right.
Okay.
This
I
team
knew-
right here.
But that was back in the day, wasn't it? Back in the 50s?
1962 to
Okay.
1966.
Okay.
So I did do a little homework.
Yes, you did.
Here's the next pitch, lined up the middle. Second baseman Huff bobbled it, flipped to the shortstop, and another good play out there by Huff at second. He had the presence of mind to stay with it and got the force. So Ray will reach with the fielder's choice. Craig is out at second. So 2 outs in the inning. Runner on for the left fielder, Matt Faulkner.
Left fielder, number 7, Matt Faulkner.
So Faulkner coming up with 2 outs and a runner down at first. No score on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Throw to first, runner back in. Pretty good crowd tonight.
Yes,
You know?
it is. And I think somebody has donated some fans. Yeah, I noticed that. Some
Good.
I don't know who the donator was, but
Here's a
Nice
breaking
thought.
pitch, just missing outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Matt Faulkner. Well, I'm not sure what the temperature is right now, but
it's
I'm
good
sure
in the
it
press
feels
box.
good.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
There's a foul back. We're out of play down the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike to Matt Faulkner with Sawyer Sparrow on deck.
Okay, that's from St. John's
St.
Lutheran
John's.
Church.
Mm-hmm. Hey, do you guys have a what do you call it, QR code for the church yet?
No.
You need to look into that. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Now what's
to
a
Matt Faulkner.
QR code there? Help
I
us
can
out
put
here.
this here smartphone over that, and it'll go straight to the website.
Really?
Yeah, Willie.
Really?
Can you believe that?
That's hard to believe.
That is, yeah. You even see them on billboards now as you're driving down the road. I'd say the QR code on a billboard. There's a call, strike three. Faulkner's caught looking. Yeah, you might have to look into a QR code.
Check into that.
Check into that. There we go. No runs, one hit, no errors, one run left, and at the end of an inning and a half, no score on the Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back right after these messages. You're watching and listening to Cherryville Post 100 Baseball on WCSL and also on WhatsUpShopper.com.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing. Here's your card. What was that?
It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee.
You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union.
She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those pains go away.
Here's your receipt.
It's time to gear up to mow the grass, prune the trees, and trim the weeds. To help with your outdoor projects, Husqvarna has everything you need. This means you can save time on the job, get the job done right, and enjoy the results of your hard work. Stop by Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reachville Road in Lincoln and see the full line of Husqvarna products. Husqvarna can help you with all of your lawn and landscape needs. Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center in Lincoln. Husqvarna, taming the wild.
Night to be here at the ballpark, Vince.
Great game, great day for a baseball game, folks. The weather is good. Earlier in the week, I was surprised they played. It was so hot.
It's so hot, I know. Well, bottom of the second inning, Blake Mosteller will lead off. He'll be followed by Brandon Alexander and Ryan Kraft. So Mosteller, Alexander, and Kraft coming up, 4, 5, and 6. And the left-hander's first pitch to Mosteller, hit off the handle to the shortstop. Big one-hopper, throw to first, and there's one away. One pitch, one out. That's the way the pitchers like it. One pitch, one out. Jared Wallace out there on the mound.
And the outfielders like it that way, too.
You better believe it. Yeah, in the top of the first inning, we had a fly out to right, fly out to left, and fly out to center.
Now we're giving the shortstop a try. Let's see if the second baseman can.
Brandon Alexander coming up, the first baseman. And the first pitch to Brandon is in there for a strike. Strike one from the left-hander. Again, Jared Wallace. I have to write his name down on this sheet so I can remember. So no balls, one strike to Alexander. And the 0-1 pitch, foul back.
Kind of jammed him there, inside pitch.
And the count 0-2.
Think he's going to choke up a little bit or change his swing?
Got to protect the plate. Just try to put metal on the ball. Start to say wood, but it's metal in it. You know, a lot of kids now, some of them are using some wood bats.
Have you seen any in Legion?
No, I haven't. I heard Milton doing a game the other night. I think him and Danny, there was a kid maybe using a wood bat. There's a call, third strike.
Oh, right over the outside plate.
So 2 up and 2 down, and that'll bring up shortstop Ryan Kraft. Kraft making his first plate appearance tonight.
Shortstop number 19, Ryan Kraft.
Again tomorrow night down at Sims Legion Park. Game 3 back here, and if there is a game 4, it will be at Ashbrook. So keep that in mind. Home of the Green Wave, whatever a Green Wave is. Fly out to center field, it's going to get down for a hit. So line drive base hit to center for Ryan Kraft. And that's Cherryville's first hit of the game.
Okay. Got something going here.
So 2-out single by Kraft, and that'll bring up Sam Travis, the third baseman.
Third baseman number 22, Sam Travis.
So Cherryville with their first runner on here in the bottom of the second inning. Again, big doings in downtown Cherryville tonight.
That's right. Midtown. Or
yeah, we'd like to get over there and catch a little bit of that here in a little bit.
Well, I seen a stage they had put on Backstreet, so I don't know if they're going to have some singing or.
Oh, yes, Coastline Band will be there.
Okay.
They have the big hit, and Mama's drinking liquor again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, afraid so.
Well,
She has.
I know that song. Yeah.
Do you really? Okay.
Mama's drinking liquor again.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said it with the preacher here. I'm sorry.
Well.
But they do have a song called that, though.
Really?
Yes.
Now, is that a beach song or
That's
a country?
It
sounds like a country song to
It's
me,
a beach song. There's a high pop first base side. We'll talk more about that if this inning ends. And it does as the second baseman makes the play.
Second baseman calls off the first baseman, and that's it.
All right, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We play 2 complete on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard. And no score. You're watching and listening to Cherryville Post 100 Baseball right here on WhatsUpShopper.com and also WCSL 1590 AM.
Most of us will make or assist in making funeral arrangements of some kind in our lives. This can mean making many decisions at a very difficult and emotional time. At Carpenter's Funeral Home of Cherryville, their funeral directors, John Porter and Carol Carpenter, are there to offer help and guidance. Carpenter's Funeral Home promotes the highest ethical and professional standards while maintaining cost-effective service, even winning the Pursuit of Excellence Award. Carpenter's Funeral Home, 1100 East Main Street in Cherryville, a member of the North Carolina Funeral Directors Association. Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville Country Club golf course is also available to the public. Come on down for a great meal and great golfing experience. Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club. Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reachville Road in Lincoln and see the full line of Husqvarna products. Husqvarna can help you with all of your lawn and landscape needs. Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center in Lincoln. Husqvarna, taming the wild.
Okay, welcome back to Fraley Field. Calvin Hastings and Vince Hefner as we move to the top of the third. No score on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky Control Wise Electric Control scoreboard, and the first pitch to the leadoff hitter Sawyer Sparrow is a little low. 1 ball and no strikes to Sparrow.
Now he's the right fielder?
He's the right fielder.
Okay.
He made that good catch there in the first inning. It'll be Sparrow, Dylan Burleson, and Trevor Bridges here swinging a foul tip. And the count 1-1. Again, Dylan Hastings on the mound for Cherryville tonight. No relation. He's the Hastings side that has athletes. There's a ground ball, and there's your base hit. Second hit of the game for Gastonia.
I guess you'd call that a seeing-eye single. It just kind of drifted between the first baseman and second baseman right out into right field.
That sounds right, yeah. That'll bring up top of the order Dylan Burleson, the third baseman. He reached with an error first time up. Again, last we heard was Shelby and Lincoln County tied 1-1. I think was the last we had in that game. Throw over to first, runner back in. That game also on WhatsUpShopper.com and 1390 AM WHS tonight. I think Andy Foster and Buddy Ramey doing the broadcast there. Here's the pitch squaring around a bunt. Missed it. Strike one to the hitter. Leadoff hitter Dylan Burleson reached with an error. First time up. Again, game 2 tomorrow night down at Sims Legion Park. That's a great facility, old-time baseball park, I tell you.
Beautiful stadium.
Here's the pitch, runner going, and it's going to get by the catcher, Luke Kaiser, and the run will be safe down at second. So for the first time tonight, we've got a runner in scoring position.
Okay. Catcher going out to have a little pep talk with the pitcher.
Probably going over the signs I think probably a missed sign. I think the catcher might have been
He was expecting something else.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting that pitch anyway. So 1 ball, 1 strike to the hitter, Dylan Burleson. 1-1 count with a runner in scoring because he'll be hitting away now. You won't see a bunt here now.
No, he's trying to.
Here's the check and the pitch. Down low. Good stop by Kaiser there. And the count 2-1 to Dylan Burleson. What is the word on press box or facilities for Wcsl Stadium? Any idea? Have you heard anything?
Well, I've been told that it's going to be on the visitor side. They're going to have that one first. That part of the stadium completed first, and then by the end of the season,
Fly ball right field, and going back and capping under and making the catch is the right fielder, Dustin Wilson, and the throw into second as the runner moves over to third. All right, go ahead.
So I don't know if they're going to keep the press box on the visitor side or if the visitor side is going to become the home side. I'm not sure, but they told me they're going to do the visitor side first.
Will they have a press box for this season?
I don't know.
You know, we're looking at 5 broadcasts.
They'll have something. Like I say,
have to have something. Here's the first pitch down low. 1 ball and no strikes to Trevor Bridges. But you know what Kevin and I was talking the other night. We could, if nothing else. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Foul. Ooh-wee. Look out there. I got through the screen.
That was in his own dugout.
1-1. We could pull a Winnebago down there and park somewhere and broadcast on top of it or out the window if it's raining or inclement, weather. We just have to wait. I guess play it by ear.
Play it by ear.
It'll be up to Alan Malden, won't it?
It'll be up to Coach Malden.
So we say, Coach Malden, where do we want to put us? He said, I'll tell you where to go. Here's a high pop-up on the infield. Second baseman called him off. So there's 2 outs. That's kind of dangerous, wasn't it?
Yes, but of course, second baseman in a better position. The pitcher's on the mound, and he's backing up. The second baseman's coming forward. Good call by the second baseman.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Garrett Lowry, who reached for the fielder's choice first time up. So runner at third. Gastonia trying to get a run in. Kevin just texted me in 2.5 innings, Lincoln County leads Shelby 3-1.
Wow. Kind of a surprise, isn't it?
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what, it is, but Lincoln County knocked Shelby out first round last year. You never know when those playoffs start.
It's a new season.
It is. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's a 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. Evens the count of 1-1 to the number 3 hitter, Garrett Lowry. Jared Wallace, the opposing pitcher, on deck. Here's a little nubber back to the mound. Throw to first, that'll do it. So at the end of 2.5 on the Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky scoreboard, still no score. We go to the bottom of the third. You're watching and listening to Post 100 Baseball right here on WhatsUpShopper.com and on 1590 AM WCSL.
Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5x5 up to 10x30. They also sell moving supplies such as locks, slip covers, ropes, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and is also the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate-controlled units. All storage units have 24-hour access and have paved lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras as well as treated monthly for pest control. For more information, call 704-435-4909.
College Building Supplies in Dallas can save you money on kitchen and bath cabinets, exterior siding, all-size lumber, treated and regular. 5E galvanized metal starts at $15.49 per sheet. Wooden storage buildings start at $1,099. 3-tab roofing shingles, $44.96 a square or $14.99 a bundle. College Building Supplies, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-922-8649.
And for a limited time, get a free loader with any Coyote Series tractor, excluding the DS Series. And get a free first-time oil change with the purchase of any new tractor. See Ron Parker today at West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
Okay, welcome back to Fraley Field. Calvin Hastings and Vince Hefner. We move to the bottom of the third inning. We got the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for Cherryville with Dustin Wilson, the right fielder, leading things off. First pitch inside, 1 ball and no strikes to Dustin for the left-hander, Jared Wallace. 1 ball, no strikes to Dustin Wilson. Here's a 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. Now, you were telling me during the break that you have a month off from,
yes.
Of course, you're the pastor at First Baptist Church.
Right.
So that for 10 years of service?
Yes, a sabbatical.
Wow.
The month of July. I just serve a great church.
There's a bunt. The left-hander fields and throws the first, and a good play there by the pitcher, Wallace. So 1 out. That'll bring up the catcher, Luke Kaiser. Well, that's fantastic. Is David doing the preaching now?
No. Well, Kevin, I think, is going to do a couple
Bennett?
Sundays, our
Good.
youth pastor. And David's going to do, I think, maybe one. And then my father-in-law, Dr. Mike Minix.
Hi, okay.
He's
Good.
going to do a couple.
How's he doing?
He's doing good.
Tell
He's
him we
here
asked
today.
about it.
Okay.
Good, good. Now, I'm not going to ask about Chris. I know we won't worry about Chris.
I think Chris works for UPS and as a salesman.
Uh-huh.
Surprise, surprise. And
he's a salesman. That's true. No balls and one strike to LeKaiser. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, he owns his own business, too, in Charlotte. So.
Okay. Does he do the property management thing?
Yes, property management.
There's a pop-up to the shortstop, so quickly 2 up and 2 down, and that's going to bring us to the top of the order for Thomas Bess. Bess flew out to right field first time up.
I just have a feeling that he's going to get on base. Whether it's a walk, a hit, a bunt.
Getting ready.
Yes.
He's got the wheels, I tell you
what. Yes, he does. He is an exciting athlete once he gets on the base pads, in the outfield too. But
yes, he is. So 2 outs and nobody on for Thomas Bess, the center fielder. Here comes Wallace's first pitch to Bess, just about hitting. But he's in there for a strike. He's right up there on the plate. So no balls and 1 strike to Bess. Brett Huff waits on deck.
I'd throw that same pitch.
Worked first time anyway.
Yes, sir. He's going outside.
Next pitch outside, and so even count at 1-1. 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Still no score. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 Bess. And the 1-1 pitch fouled out of play. The count 1-2. Just about got one of those high dollar lights. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bess.
A lot of foul balls tonight. There's Leroy.
Surely not.
Yes, it is. He's jogging out there to get that foul ball.
What how many he's retrieved over the years. Here's a 1-2 pitch, ripped in the right center. That's a hit, and it could be 2. Bess will round first, and he'll hold up there with a single. I thought he might try to take off, but yeah, he respected the center fielder's arm there.
Well, this is a good team. The record they've had a kind of a tough year, but they're playing some good baseball.
Good defense.
Yes, sir.
So 2 outs for the second baseman, Brett Huff. Huff flew out to left field first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Bess with the lead off first, and I'm sure Mr. Wallace will really keep an eye on Thomas Bess at first base.
Well, he's very good at taking up the thoughts of the pitcher. He'll be over there stretching that lead at first.
Wallace with the check and the pitch to the plate. Popped up but out of play. Strike 1 to Brett Huff. Huff a little upset with himself. I think he had the pitch he wanted and just missed it.
I think he missed his pitch.
So no balls, 1 strike to Brett Huff. Bess with the lead at first. No score, bottom of the third. Wallace with the check and the 0-1 pitch. Just missing. Even the count at 1-1. I think some of the Gastonia fans wanted that one.
Yeah, we had some umpires in the
press. Got a good crowd from Gastonia, too, up tonight.
That's always good to see. Fans come support their team.
1 ball, 1 strike to Brett Huff. Throw to first and the runner back in. Well, the scoreboard, no runs, 2 hits for each team. 2 outs, runner at first. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brett Huff. And Wallace's next pitch is popped up out of play again.
It's like one of my golf shots. Nobody saw where it went. I mean, it looked like my 9-iron.
That's when you say 4, Lord.
That's it. It's coming.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Brett Huff. 2 outs, 1 ball, 2 strike count with Tyler Shoemaker on deck. Throw to first, but again, Bess back in over there. Look for Bess to take off this pitch.
Yeah, good count to go on.
Yeah, I think so. There he goes. 1-2 pitch. They'll never get him.
Nope.
Not a throw. No chance. He stole that off the pitcher, Wallace. He had him measured to the tee. So runner at second. That's Cherryville's first runner to reach second base. And Huff, the second baseman, with a 2-2 count. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. There's
There
a
you go.
base hit in the left field. Best will round third. They're going to wave him to the plate. Here comes the throw, and he's in there. Good try out there in left. He threw a one-hopper to the plate, but too much speed from Thomas Best.
Most of the throws from the outfield, of course, that was the first one at home plate, was very accurate.
So an RBI single for Huff, scoring Best from second, and that'll bring up Tyler Shoemaker. And that's the importance of getting that runner down in scoring position.
Yes, sir. And on 2 outs, he had nothing really to lose.
Well, you know, Cherryville scoring with 2 outs and nobody on, this inning. So Huff down at first, Shoemaker at the plate. Swing and a foul back, strike 1 to Shoemaker. Like you said, a lot of foul balls. Leroy's going to work overtime tonight.
I think I have found 5 foul balls going home.
Really?
I just live right next to the
Right.
field.
I
brought them
doubt
all
it.
back.
No balls, 1 strike to Tyler Shoemaker. And the 0-1 pitch
There
ripped
you go.
into left center. That's a base hit. Left fielder will
He missed it.
He bobbled it. Let's see what they're going to hold the runner at third.
Yes.
I thought for a minute that he might try to send him, but Coach Reynolds decides to hold Huff at third. So
Well, the ball hit the fence, and it bounced right back to the left fielder. So
2 outs, runners at first and third, and that's going to bring up Blake Mosteller. And now we're going to have a little meeting on the mound with Blake coming up. Blake 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop. First time up.
now Blake's a tall drink of water. He's about, 6'3", 6'4"?
6'12".
Yeah.
He's on up there.
He's a tall young man.
He is. He is on up there. I saw him over at Pat's Drive-In, our pregame meal sponsor. However, they're closed this week, so no pregame meal for us this week. Here's the pitch inside. I had my pregame meal with a hot dog from down below tonight.
Okay.
Very good. Ball 1 to Blake Mosteller. And he's a tall young man. Runners on the corners, first and third. And the 1-0 pitch.
Outside.
Is outside, 2-0. Well, load the bases up for Alexander. Why not? Mosteller got a huge strike zone, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Big wingspan.
2 balls and no strikes to Mosteller. And the 2-0 pitch, just missing outside, 3-0.
Would you consider this an intentional walk? I mean, is he going to give anything to hit, or?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't think he can find the strike zone right now.
So you think he has the green light right here to swing at a 3-0 count?
I believe he does. 3 balls and no strikes. Early in the game here. Here's a 3-0 pitch, and there's ball 4.
Ball 4.
So that'll load the bases. That's the first walk issued by the pitcher, Wallace, and the coach is coming out. While he does, let's take a break. We'll be back right after these messages.
Thinking about Cherryville Federal Bank makes switching a snap. Every bank has a switch kit, but ours has a name and a face, a real person ready to walk you through all the details. Automatic drafts, direct deposit, tracking down numbers and details. Completing the process. We do everything we can to make switching a snap. So the sooner you get started, the better. Cherryville Federal Bank. It's just better here. Member FDIC.
Okay, welcome back. Calvin Hastings and Vince Hefner, and bases loaded for Cherryville. And the first pitch grounded to the shortstop. He bobbles it, throws to second, and did they get him?
No, the ball went into...
The ball got by the second baseman. 1 run scores, 2 runs are in.
Score.
And the error on the shortstop allowed 2 runners on. It looked like it was going to be an easy play out there at short, but...
second baseman threw it right into the, I guess it was the shortstop that threw it to the second, but right in the bag. And it got away from the second baseman, and another run scored. So we have runners at first and third.
And still 2 outs in the inning. And it's now 3-0 Cherryville in the bottom of the third. Big play there because it looked to be an easy out.
First pitch swinging.
Shortstop Garrett Lowry just couldn't find the handle. So that'll bring up Ryan Kraft, high pop-up. That's going to get into the Gastonia side of the stands.
Oh, God,
I
caught
believe it
it
hit
and
that
dropped
little
it.
gal. No, he tried to catch it and dropped it. I thought it hit that young lady.
Okay. Yeah, he let the little girl get hit, but
He
hold on
didn't-
to that slushy.
He didn't drop it, did he? You can see the on whatsupshopper.com. Kevin's got them zoomed in over there.
Okay.
The Slushy King. So Ryan Kraft coming up, or is up at the plate here. No balls and one strike to Kraft. Runners on the corners, first and third, and 2 outs. And the 0-1 pitch is outside, and the runner's going to trot on down to second baseman. That'll be Alexander.
The oldest trick in the book, and Gastoni didn't bite on it. Of course,
Nope.
if he'd threw it to second base, the runner from third would have scored. So he
You're
just
right.
held the ball.
Good decision there. So second and third, and the count of 1-1 to Ryan Kraft. Well, if you're a pitcher, you don't want to worry too much about the runners out there. You just want to get the hitter out and get that third out of the inning and try to regroup. And now Kraft will step out. Sam Travis waits on deck. Don't forget, we'll have the Medical Center Pharmacy Player of the Game Award at the end of the broadcast. Here's a 1-1 pitch. And there's a strike, 1-2 to Ryan Kraft. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kraft.
Kraft has a younger brother that's, I think, be playing Legion ball in a couple of years.
Kraft had a base hit last time up. He'd like to get another one here. Swing and a miss. A little late on that one. Well, I missed the strike, so he struck him out. So there's 3 away. But Cherryville comes up with 3 runs in the third, and at the end of 3 complete, Cherryville post 100 out in front, 3-0 on the Hauser Drug Misty Sparky Wise Control scoreboard. And you're watching and listening to Cherryville Post 100 Baseball right here on WCSL and WhatsUpShopper.com.
For the grad or dear old dad, the drugstore and home medical equipment has unique gifts for both. Visit one of their convenient locations in Lincoln and Boger City and Vail and get free delivery within 3 miles of Lincoln and Boger City. And be sure to see them on Facebook. Unique gifts for the grad and dad at the drugstore and home medical equipment. Carolina Shopping Center, Boger City, Town and Country Shopping Center, Lincoln, and in the Honey Shopping Center, Highway 10 in Vail.
Eat 'em up. Yum, yum, eat 'em up. Yum, yum, eat 'em up.
We protected on all of them. So whether you find yourself on Independence Boulevard or Tryon Street, Nationwide has you covered.
Sandy Cunningham Nationwide Insurance, 1608 East Church Street, Cherryville. Phone 704-445-1990.
Okay, welcome back. Calvin Hastings and Vince Hebner. We move to the top of the 4th inning, Vince, and Gastoni has their 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up. First pitch from Dylan Hastings, foul back out toward my car.
Well, it would be nice if we could get 3 up and 3 down.
Yep.
And not let them get back into this game.
Roll along.
Just
Let's see. I got Lincoln County still up 3-1 after 3.5. Next pitch is a little low in the count, 1-1. Gaston Braves lead 4-0 after 2. And I'm not sure they're playing Hendersonville, I believe I heard Danny say. There's a shot off the glove of the first baseman, Alexander, and no throw.
base hit.
They're going to rule that one a base hit. That thing was ripped. That'll bring up first baseman Logan Craig, so a leadoff single by Wallace. And that'll bring up Craig. Coach Reynolds coming out and have a word with Dylan Hastings. So while we got a moment, you were talking about your sabbatical, and
Yes.
you'll start back in August. And what does a preacher do for a month off?
Well, you're going to study. Hopefully, a sabbatical is a chance just to rest and study and kind of prepare your next, 4 or 5 months of sermons and just time of rest and prayer. It's a needed thing. I appreciate my church for giving me this opportunity.
You got some big things coming up soon you want to talk about? I know the trip to the Holy Land. Here's the batter squaring around the bunt, pulls the bat back, ball one. Any other things coming up?
Yes, March 25th, we're having a men's event, and it's called Get Fired Up, and we have Rusty Strap, the baseball coach from Garden Web. And he's
Former
going to be
Post 100
yes,
player.
sir, charitable young man, and we're excited about having Rusty come to speak. He's just written a book, I think 10 Ways to Be a Man's Man in God's Eyes.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to kind of use that book, and we've opening up to the community, and we're hoping to have a couple of hundred men come that night.
Count 1 and 2, I believe, now to Logan Craig. Here's the next pitch to Craig. That ball lined out to second, caught, and throw to first for the double play. Well, you called it, Vince.
Double play.
So there's 2 outs. That's the way to do it.
That's it.
That'll race that base hit.
3 up, 3 down, any way you want to do it, folks.
That'll bring up Dale Roush, the second baseman, who struck out first time up. So Roush is 0 for 1. I want to welcome Rocky Bennett to the press box tonight. Yes, sir. I want to know where you got those shorts at.
Belk.
Your happy shopping store. You know, Rocky works for Erie Insurance. I just wonder how Erie Insurance wound up with dark blue Duke colors shirt, you know? Here's a 1-0 pitch, lined over toward the Henry Dome foul. And the count 1-1 to Dale Roush.
Now, your son is on the Henry Dome. Of course, you're in here in the air conditioning press box. Was it a toss of a coin or is it a...
No, it's because I had no idea what he's doing out there.
Okay.
I could not operate that equipment. This, I'm having trouble with, but we're making it. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dale Roush. Actually doing about 3 jobs here. There's a pop-up over to third. Or out of play, anyway, up on the third base side into the parking lot. And the count 2-1.
Calvin, I guarantee fireworks tonight.
You guaranteeing fireworks tonight? I bet so. Well, we got Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Cherryville out in front, 3-0 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Next pitch, fouled out of play again over in the parking lot. That might get a car.
I think so.
Looked like it hit the pole over there, or maybe the tire of the truck over there. Bounced back across the road. I tell you what, Leroy's got work to do tonight. So the count remains 2-2 to Dale Roush with Andrew Ray, the catcher, waiting on deck. Tomorrow night, Sims Legion Park. Looking forward to that. I love going down there and broadcast, do ball games.
Is that a 7 o'clock start?
7 o'clock start again. There's a base hit in the left field. Good piece of hitting by Dale Roush there, taking it the other way. That right there, Vince, is how Rocky used to hit that baseball when he played a lot. He would go the opposite way.
Okay, well.
Matter of fact, he went the opposite way
He
just now.
left. Yeah.
So a 2-out single by Roush, and that'll bring up Andrew Ray.
Well, Roush kept fouling off the ball to the left field and finally got his pitch, a pitch he could handle, and put it between the shortstop and the third baseman.
A little while ago when Coach Reynolds rushed out there on the field, what that was all about was he immediately went out there and had a few words with Dylan for not covering first base on that play. You got to be ready. Here's the next pitch outside. Good stop by Luke Kaiser there. And 1 ball and no strikes to Andrew Ray with Faulkner waiting on deck. I believe a few more folks have come in tonight.
Yes, it's a good crowd for a first round playoff.
2-0 count. Come watch the ball game, then go watch the fireworks. 2 balls and no strikes to Andrew Ray. Here's a check in the 2-0 pitch. Breaking
beautiful pitch.
Yes, it was. In there for a strike, too. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Ray. Two and 1 count. Outside, 3-1. You had no idea you'd be doing this tonight.
Had no idea.
Can you put this down as part of your studies of some kind?
Sure, it'll be
some type of credit.
Some kind of further advancement.
There you go. Yeah. Here's a 3-1 pitch. There's ball 4.
Okay.
So 2 runners on, 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Matt Faulkner. Now, on Sundays, for a minister to have off, what do you do on Sundays?
Well, last Sunday, I went to First Baptist Church, Granite Falls.
Did you?
My
okay.
good friend, Dr. Bob Evans, is pastor, and I think he's been there, I don't want to exaggerate, I think like 40 years.
Wow.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Wow.
So we went there Sunday. I'll probably go to worship with my mom at First Baptist Mill Spring.
Mill Spring, okay.
In Polk County.
Here's the first pitch to Faulkner is a little low. 1 ball and no strikes to Matt Faulkner.
You didn't think I was going to say I was going to lay in bed for the month of July, did you?
I just want to make sure. I don't know, how it feels to go to your own congregation, your own church, and sit on the back row. So,
Can't do that. So
2-0.
You go and you worship with other folks. And
kind of see
exactly
see
how
what
they
the
do
other
it.
churches are doing. That's right.
We don't get that opportunity.
Sure, sure. 2-0 count to Matt Faulkner. Well, it's a good learning experience and good study time, so that's great. Is Becky in charge of the office there?
Yes.
Okay. Here's a 2-0 pitch, swing and a foul tip. And the count 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Matt Faulkner.
I think Faulkner must have placed that one on his foot because he's walking around and they're giving him a little extra time to get the feeling back in that, look like his left foot there.
Now that smarts a little bit.
You know it does.
Yeah.
Like a bee sting.
Better believe it. There's my good buddy Titus Green from Gastonia, North Carolina. Titus, if those remember, used to own and operate the Western Sizzlins.
Okay.
In Gastonia. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2 now to Faulkner, 2-2. They're on 321. I think that one's closed. He also had one on Garrison in Gastonia as well, and one over in Shelby years ago. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch, breaking pitch, great breaking pitch. Got him for out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. 2 runners left on base for Gastonia in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 on. So at the end of 3.5, Cherryville still leads 3-0 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be back right after these messages on WCSL and WhatsAppShopper.com.
Today's game has been brought to you by R&M Motors Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop of Cherryville. R&M does all types of major and minor repairs, including custom exhaust and inspections. Plus, they sell cars, trucks, and custom and stock golf carts, plus four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and more. In the pawn shop, you'll find guns, gold and silver, and everything in between. And they buy and trade at R&M Motors Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop, both located on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Thinking about remodeling your home? Or maybe you're even thinking about building a new home, or maybe a new building out back. Either way, call on the building experts at B-Squared Construction. Get your project started today. From decks to roofing to kitchen and bath to siding to gutters. Also window and door replacement. With over 40 years of combined experience, B-Squared Construction. Call Brad Beatonhead at 704-201-4453 or Banjo Strap at 704-713-8296 to get your project started today.
Stamey Funeral Home, serving Cleveland and surrounding counties since 1900. Stamey Funeral Home is owned and operated by the Tysinger family, loving and caring licensed professionals. Our family is here for your family during one of the most difficult periods in life, planning, pre-planning, or pre-need counseling. We're here to listen, care, and help. That's what families are all about. Stamey Funeral Home, located in Fallston, our family serving your family.
For more information, call 704-435-4909.
Welcome back to Fraley Field. Calvin Hastings and Vince Hebner as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, and leading things off for Cherryville is Sam Travis, the third baseman.
First pitch, high and inside.
Next pitch a little low, 2-0. Travis 0 for 1. He popped up to second first time up. 3-0 Cherryville here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rolling along on a Tuesday night. Today seems like Friday. There's a foul ball. That one might get in the road out there. I believe it does, out in the intersection.
Have you ever seen a car get hit?
I haven't. No, it has happened.
Do they get mad? I mean, do they?
The car don't, but people do.
People do? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if the car cared, but.
I tell you, sad situation.
Yeah, the car pulls up, spitting, smoking.
Oh, yeah. 2-1. There's a liner, base hit by the third baseman.
Just out of reach of the third baseman.
You know that can you when I pull up and the game's on, I turn the radio on.
Okay.
Or if I'm usually listening to the game, but I'm making sure, kind of listening to the play-by-play to see if it's coming.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because can you imagine sitting there and not expecting anything, and then boom, here comes a baseball through your windshield or on top of your car?
Well, a few years ago, one of my church members had their new vehicle hit, and they asked me.
Here at the ballpark?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ball one to Dustin Wilson. Was it a foul ball?
Yes, foul ball, and they just bought a new Jeep. And
I guess it would be and that's a question we got to ask Rocky. That'd be your homeowners, I guess, or your policy would be.
No.
Is it the schools?
I don't know.
I don't know. Ball, strike one to Wilson.
I guess it's just casualty in war.
Your homeowners would cover it, right?
For the individual, not for the church.
That's like living on a golf course.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't. The golf course is not responsible either. I think in that situation. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wilson. Here's a 1-1 pitch. High.
Inside.
2-1.
Okay.
Luke Kaiser waiting on deck. 2-1 count. Cherryville leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning on the Mr. Sparky Hauser drug scoreboard. Calvin Hastings and Vince Ebner. Here's a 2-1 pitch outside, 3-1. And I really appreciate you sitting in tonight.
Oh, I've enjoyed it. I look forward to it. I appreciate what you do for Cherryville and Lincoln. And I guess you on a radio station in Shelby, too.
Yeah, I don't have one in Lincoln.
You don't have one in Lincoln?
No, they took it away from me.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
3-1 to Wilson.
Maybe that was
Just
a word
Shelby,
of prophecy.
Shelby and Cherryville.
Okay.
There we go.
Maybe you need one in Lincoln.
Maybe so. We used to have one in Lincoln. Sure did.
Well, you were good to us at First Baptist. I know you'd put us on. Sometimes you had, I don't know how many stations you had at one time, but you'd put us on Sunday mornings.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Dustin Wilson. Throw to first. The runner back in as he dived in. Luke Kaiser on deck. Again, tomorrow night we'll be down at Sims Legion Park. On top of the roof. Have you ever been up there for the press box?
Never been to the press box. I've been to some games. But
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, throw down to first, and the runner dove back in. So there's 1 out as Wilson strikes out, and that'll bring up Luke Kaiser, the catcher.
Now, Luke's a big young man, too.
Yes, he is. Top of the order, Thomas Best waiting on deck. So 1 out for Kaiser. And the throw to first, and the runner, he got him. I thought they did. They just picked him off. Travis is picked off at first base, and he can't believe it.
He's standing on the bag. He's still standing on the bag. Okay.
So there's 2 outs. Coach Reynolds comes out and argues a little. So 2 outs, and that'll bring, Kaiser still the hitter. As Wallace picks Travis off.
Okay, Bobby's going to go have, a meeting with the official. He's striding across the infield.
So 2 outs for Kaiser. Now Coach Reynolds, he's going all the way up, all the way across the infield.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. Now, we've got a new cameraman, Freddie Farley now, the cameraman, as Kevin Hastings going over to Shelby and do a little work over there on the system over there. He is really having some word with the first base umpire. Well, I didn't see any dirt kicked.
No, he was. Okay, no Billy Martin stuff. Okay. He's going back to the dugout, made his point.
I think so. So, again, that all stemmed from Sam Travis being picked off at first. Close play over there. So 2 outs, nobody on for Luke Kaiser. And the first pitch to Kaiser, swing and a foul tip. Strike 1 to Kaiser. I think got a piece of the catcher there. He looks a little shook up. That's Andrew Ray.
Yeah. Walk it off a little bit. A nice courtesy by the officiating crew and our player, of course, backs out of the the box. Now he's back in.
So 2 outs for Kaiser. And the 2-out pitch. There's a little looper over the shortstop, and it's going to get down.
That ball dropped.
One of those Texas leaguers. 2 outs, and Thomas Best coming up. You remember last inning, Cherryville scored all their runs with 2 outs. We'll see what happens here.
Well, I made a prediction that Best would get on, and he did.
You did.
So I think I might stop it at 1-1.
Not going to take another chance.
No.
I'd start mounting against you after a while.
It's like that true-false thing.
That's right.
50-50.
50-50. Multiple choice, always choose C, right?
Choose C.
2 outs and a runner at first for Thomas Bez. Here's the first pitch to Thomas. Fouled out of play, strike one. In the mornings, we invite you to tune in WCSL 1590 AM. We have a lot of fun with True False, and we do 3 or 4 trivia questions. And Margie Holmesley won this morning.
She's the sweetest lady.
Dot Linhart for Cherryville wins a lot.
Now, what's the gifts?
It'll vary. No balls and 1 strike. Here's a pitch high. Let's see. What did Margie win this morning? She won 2 tickets to Friday night's race at the Cleveland County Fairgrounds Speedway and 4 free tacos.
Hey,
food.
Now,
food
are you making the tacos, or is it from Taco Bell?
No. Taco. No, it's not Taco Bell. It's Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box.
Yeah, they're advertising their new line of tacos. Throw to first, got the runner picked off. Throw to second, and they got him. So 2 runners picked off that inning for Cherryville, and Coach Reynolds is going to be a little unhappy. We played 4 complete on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard, and it's Cherryville Post 103, Gastonia nothing. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these messages on WCSL and WhatsAppShopper.com.
Car Store in Cherryville is your source for auto sales and service. Stop by to see the Jenkins boys for the best deals around on pre-owned vehicles. The Car Store now does inspections, oil changes, tire and wheel changes, along with brake service, paintless dent removal, and minor repairs. The Car Store in Cherryville is locally owned and operated for over 20 years on Lincoln and Highway 150 in Cherryville. Let us earn your business. If we don't have it, we will find it. Call today 704-435-1988.
West End Sales in Vale is proud to welcome Ron Parker to their staff. Ron takes his time to invite his friends and former customers to come by and see him for all of your farm and lawn and garden equipment needs. And for a limited time, get a freeloader with any Coyote Series tractor, excluding the DS Series. And get a free first-time oil change with the purchase of any new tractor. See Ron Parker today at West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale. Where can you get the highest quality in electrical service at a price that you can afford? From Dellinger Electric of Cherryville. Gary Dellinger invites you to give them a call for a quote on your commercial or residential electrical needs. Call 704-435-0705. No matter the job, Dellinger Electric of Cherryville can handle it. They feature weekend and holiday service. So before you pay an extraordinary price for an ordinary electrical job, call on Dellinger Electric of Cherryville. 704-435-0705. Cherryville.
Okay, welcome back to Fraley Field. Calvin Hastings and Vince Hebner. We move to the top of the 5th, leading things off for Gastonia, the number 9 hitter, Sawyer Sparrow, and he had a base hit first time up.
First time.
And first pitch is inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Dylan Hastings on the mound for Cherryville tonight. 1-0 count to Sawyer Sparrow. Next pitch, and there for a strike.
Now, there was a special in the Gaston Gazette today about a young man that played Legion ball. He was homeschooled, so he didn't get to play, high school baseball. I think he played a strike 2, but he didn't get to play for like a team. Was this Post 23 that he played for?
I'm not sure. I missed that today.
Okay, just a real nice article.
Here's a 1-2 pitch, ground ball. Shortstop off his glove. Second baseman to the second baseman, but no play at first. So we'll see how. That'd be an error on the shortstop.
Okay.
And that's the second error tonight on Cherryville shortstop Ryan Kraft. So a leadoff error, runner on, and here in the top of the 5th, and that's going to bring us to Dylan Burleson, the third baseman. Burleson reached with an error, and flew out to right field. So Burleson 0 for 2 tonight, officially. And first pitch popped up out of play. That's the first error, I'm sorry, on the shortstop. Kraft. Huff had the other error. Need to correct that. No balls, 1 strike to Burleson. Runner at first, spare with the lead. Hastings with the check, but nothing there. No throw. Want to welcome everybody listening tonight on 1590 AM WCSL, and that pitch bounced up there. Evens the count at 1-1. And also listening and watching on WhatsAppShopper.com. And we'll be carrying all the games on both during this, the rest of the season. As far as Cherryville will go. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That one popped out of play. Something unique this year we carried, which we had never carried before, was the graduation ceremonies at Cherryville here. And that was great.
I didn't get to see it, but I heard it was beautiful.
It was. I tell you what, Cherryville might want to think about having it here all the time. I thought it worked out great. Pop up down the first base side. I don't think nobody's going to get this one. No. Good hustle out there at first.
By our first baseman.
He got his glove on it. That was Alexander over there.
Now, is he any relation to Donald Alexander? No. He's not.
That would be the Quack?
Yes.
Okay. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Burleson. Hastings with a 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop.
Like
could be 2.
Play.
Flip to second for 1. Over to first.
Yes.
And it's a twin killing. 6-4 to 3. That's a pitcher's
best friend right there. Best friend.
So 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, Trevor Bridges, who is 0 for 2 tonight. Reached with a fielder's choice and popped up to second. Now, the other week you did the PA job that Danny was doing, and you say this job is easier than that one?
Oh, yes. You know, talking about a baseball game, I do it every night to myself watching the Braves play.
There's a bunt attempt. Good bunt down the third base side. And, hey,
put it in his pocket.
Nobody can get to that one. So a 2-out infield single by Bridges. Great play there.
Yes,
great bunt.
It was. I'm glad there wasn't anybody on base.
Tell you, when the opposing team does something good, you got to give them credit.
Yes.
That was a perfect bunt. I guess you watch the Braves about every night.
Every night.
Been struggling lately. Got beat by the Cubbies
yesterday. Yes, sir. And I watched the Cubs when I was at Wake Forest. We had cable, so I was able to watch Harry Carey and the Cubs back from '84 to '87. So it's not that I dislike the Cubs. Most major league teams I find something good about. A player, but certainly I want the Braves to win.
1 ball, no strikes to Garrett Lowry, the shortstop. Braves playing the Cubbies tonight, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the 1-0 pitch down low in the dirt. The count 2-0 to Garrett Lowry.
I think the Cubs are going to be heard from the next couple of years. They have that new general manager they were able to get from Boston. And this guy's a builder. And kind of like the Nationals. The Nationals are a great team this year.
They are. Who would think that they would be leading at the All-Star break?
Not me. I thought they would do much improved, but they've just done a very good job at winning close games and just good pitching rotation.
2 balls and 1 strike now to Garrett Lowry, the shortstop. And the 2-1 pitch, ground ball, knocked down by the third baseman. Throw to second, and they got him. Great play over there at third by Sam Travis as he laid out in the hole and made the play.
Sam gave it his all there.
That was fantastic. All right, we'll go to the bottom of the 5th, and no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 runner left on. We played 4.5 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard, and Cherryville leads 3-0. You're watching and listening to Cherryville Post 100 Baseball on WCSL and on WhatsAppShopper.com.
There is a national shortage of home standby generators. Now is the time to order your Generac home standby generator from Mr. Sparky and Wise Electric in Cherryville. Call now and get $500 off when you mention this ad.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, all your repair is free. You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Friends, Let's stop spending our weekends driving back and forth from some home improvement warehouse. Let's make one trip to Ace, get help quickly from people who know their stuff, and do it all before our second cup of coffee. Get your weekend back.
Ace can help you quickly turn your to-do list into a to-done list.
To help out with your weekend projects, see Ferguson's Ace Hardware. Ferguson's Ace Hardware on Highway 150 East in Cherryville, helping you out with your weekend projects.
Ace, the helpful place.
Hi, I'm Sherry Hefner, the pastor's wife at the First Baptist Church of Cherryville. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Teach your children the way they should go, and when they grow up, they will not depart from it." As a mother of 4 teens and young adult children, I can attest to the many challenges of Christian parenting in these modern times. That is why this scripture is such a comfort to me. I can rest assured knowing that regardless of the choices my children may make in life, they can never get away from the godly upbringing that my husband and I have provided for them. Are you laying a godly foundation for your children? This is Sherry Hefner of First Baptist Cherryville, where we strive to accomplish all things through Christ.
And Tuesday night baseball feels like Friday.
It feels like Friday or maybe a Saturday.
Thomas Best, strike one as he fouls the first pitch back. Remember, Thomas was on first when Kaiser got picked off. Cherryville had 2 runners picked off last inning. So no balls and 1 strike. It'll be top of the order, Best, Huff, and Shoemaker for Cherryville. Now in the third, they had hit when we did that.
Kind of tied him up on that inside pitch.
And the count 0-2 now to Thomas Best. Three 0 Cherryville out in front on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Gastonia, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Cherryville, 3 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. There's a base hit.
Kind of laced it right out past the second baseman.
Good piece of hitting by Best.
Yes.
He just took that outside pitch, and that's where you take the pitch where it's pitched.
That's what they say. Just take it where it's pitched, and he did. And he's on first, and hopefully he'll be on second.
That's going to bring up Brett Huff with Shoemaker on deck. Huff 1 for 2 tonight with a run scored. Flew out to left, had a base hit and scored back in the third. Look for Best to run here, I imagine. First pitch popped up out of play. A lot of foul balls on that right field
I don't
side.
think I've ever seen as many foul balls out of the park.
We're just in the 5th inning.
Yes.
Again tomorrow night, game 2 at Gastonia Sims, Legion Park. Throw to first, runner back in. Shoemaker on deck. No balls, 1 strike to Brett Huff. And the next pitch fouled.
Right back at us. If we had a net and the net wasn't there and no glass, we might have had a souvenir.
And the count 0-2. We want to welcome Chris Wallace to the press box tonight. Chris, you looking good. I tell you what. Can you do an Elvis impersonation? Now, I graduated, Chris. He used to do Elvis in school all the time.
Really?
That's why I asked him that, yeah.
Did he do the young Elvis or the old Elvis?
Back then it was the young Elvis.
Okay.
I don't know about now. Ball 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brett Huff. Oh, boy, that was back in the day. I love that expression, back in the day. And I don't care how old you are, you can always use it, right?
It was last week, back in the day.
That's right. Throw to first, a runner back in. Keeping an eye on Thomas Betts, and, well, they should.
I don't think they're going to pick him off.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Brett Huff. Jared Wallace with the pitch. Ground ball, third base side. Big hop. Go to second. Did they get him? No, they threw it into right field.
Kind of the poor old second baseman's having a tough time, whether it's the shortstop or the third baseman. They gave him some pretty hard balls to handle, and he missed it. And, of course, Thomas winds up at third base.
Well, that there, not the second baseman's fault. That's a throwing error on the third baseman. He threw wide down at second. So runners at first and third for Tyler Shoemaker. Shoemaker tonight 1 for 2, flew out to center and had a base hit and scored a run. A lot of action down around second base in there.
I don't know what the statistics are, but Shoemaker's a big young man, and you think he could park that thing out any part of this ballpark.
I think he can play football.
Yes.
Big fella. First pitch to Shoemaker. Foul back, strike
thumbs.
one. You know what I miss over the years is the scoop stats. Scoop Kaiser used to bring us stats every game of the Cherryville players. We called them the scoop stats. He was a good one. No balls, one strike to Tyler Shoemaker. Does Danny do the stats? Oh, did it hit him? Just
out of bounds.
Almost. Just about hit Thomas Best. No balls and 2 strikes to Shoemaker.
Now, if it hit him and he was outside the line, it would not be an out. But if he was inside the line, it would be an out.
Fair territory, it'd be out.
But foul territory would not make any difference.
That's true. So you see why they stand.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. No balls and 2 strikes to Shoemaker. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Cherryville with a great opportunity here in the 5th. There's a pitch outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The catcher will look down at the first base runner and then kind of check the third base runner and then throw the ball to the pitcher.
1 ball, 2 strike count to Shoemaker. And the 1-2 pitch popped up but out of play. Did you watch the Braves game last night or listen to any of it?
I watched it.
Did you notice the home plate umpire when he called a strike?
Yes.
What did he say? What did it sound like?
Yes.
No. It sounded like donkey.
Donkey.
It does. Now, you listen to, I can't remember the umpire's name, but here's a 1-2 pitch, foul back. But the Braves announcers really talk about it a lot.
They liked him. I know that they liked the way that he called the game. Of course, Hansen was pitching for us, and, of course, he gave up that 1 home run and then gave up 3 runs a few innings later, and we just couldn't score any runs.
Couldn't score. Braves having trouble scoring. But it does. He sounds like he says, donkey, when he calls a strike. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Shoemaker. Did he get him? Swing and a miss. Struck him out. I don't know whether they got a piece of it or not, but he didn't, so 1 out. So that'll bring up Blake Mosteller, the Blue Mist, the left fielder, who grounded out to shortstop first time up. Where did the name Blue Mist come from?
He hit a sign. I think we were at some kind of state tournament, and there was a big sign when they were having like a home run derby, and it was like the Blue Mist restaurant or something, and he hit it.
Oh, okay. Foul back, strike 1. He wanted that pitch. He missed it.
Yes.
So that's where that came from.
That's my understanding.
The Blue Mist.
The Blue Mist, I don't know if it's like a steakhouse or seafood or.
Okay.
Blue Mist.
We had a special guest at the Fairground Speedway last Friday night, Harry Gant.
Oh, handsome Harry Gant.
Handsome Harry, yeah. No balls and 1 strike to Blake Mosteller. Here's the 0-1 pitch, high 1-1. And, you know, he used to have a steakhouse up in Taylorsville.
I've eaten there.
And I have too. Matter of fact, when Cherryville would go up there to play, we'd try to leave early so we could go to eat at Handsome Harry's Steakhouse there. Harry never was there.
No, I thought he'd be back cooking a steak.
I did too.
You know, had his name on it and everything.
1 ball, 1 strike. That one popped up out of play. The count 1-2 to Mosteller.
Now, did he race or did he just?
No, he just
sign autographs.
Sign autographs, meet and greet, and gave the green flag, waved the green flag.
Okay.
We gave him his check for coming, and he said bye.
Oh, he charged you?
Of course.
I thought he just loved racing.
Now, this Friday night, we have, now this goes back in the day. Troy might remember him. 1960 Grand National Champion Rex White will be there.
White.
Rex White. He won the 1960 Cup Championship, and
Rex, 2 years before I was born.
Rex is voted one of the top 50 drivers of all time. So was Harry. So the count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Blake Mosteller. Cherryville leading 3-0 here. Runners at first and third and 1 out.
My football coach was Leo Jackson, and he owned the Skull Bandit.
Oh, really?
Yes. When
okay.
I was a kid, I lived up in
You talking about the car?
The car.
There's a pop-up to short center. Let's see if we're going to have a play at the plate. I don't think they're going to throw Thomas Bess out. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's cut off.
Yep.
As Bess scores, and Mosteller
gets
the
RBI.
sacrifice.
So 4-0.
So 2 outs, and runner still at first, and that'll bring up Brandon Alexander, first baseman, who has struck out and reached for the narrow on the shortstop. So Brandon tonight 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the night. The Skull Bandit.
He was the Skull Bandit.
I interviewed Harry on the radio last Friday morning and asked him about the nickname Handsome Harry, and he said a track announcer, and I can't remember where, gave him that name, and it kind of stuck. There's a pop-up, short center, second baseman, right fielder, a diving attempt, and it's going to be in there for a base hit. Now they're going to wave the runner to the plate. Here comes a throw, and he is safe, and the runner will head on down to second. So, a single by Alexander. He goes to second on the throw, and coming in to score is Brett Huff, and he scored all the way from first base. So, good hustle by Huff, and that makes it 5-0 Cherryville here in the bottom of the fifth.
Good heads-up play.
So 2 outs, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Ryan Kraft. Do want to mention in 1960, I just got a text here that Rex White was the national champion. You know who was second?
Richard Petty.
There you go. There you go. And Rex White also raced at the original Cleveland County Fairgrounds Speedway, too. There's a bunt.
Oh,
and
good.
Throw to first by the pitcher, and they got him. Kraft trying to do a little surprise, just couldn't get it down the third base line enough. Good try. But Cherryville comes up with a couple of runs in the fifth inning on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the top of the sixth. Cherryville out in front 5-0 on the Hauser Drug Misty Sparky scoreboard. And we're going to take a break. You're watching and listening to Cherryville Post 100 Baseball on WCSL and WhatsAppShopper.com.
Buy one, get a second at half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27 west of Lincoln. Ask about their buy one, get one half price specials. On Mondays, it's a poor boy basket. Tuesdays, a cheeseburger basket. Wednesdays, a barbecue basket. Thursdays, a chicken filet basket. And on Fridays, it's a big old fish basket. Buy one, get one half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27, 2 miles west of Lincoln. And be sure to use their convenient drive-through window.
Come out and see the summer clearance sales at Upchurch Garden Center. They are having weekly specials that include hanging baskets, bedding plants, tropical plants, and more. Fall is just around the corner, so be sure to get your mums and pansies. They also have a fall vegetable selection of cabbage, broccoli, onions, late tomatoes, and more. Upchurch Garden Center is open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 5 on Saturday. Located at 202 Roy Acre Road, Cherryville, North Carolina. Telephone number 704-435-3476. You can also check them out at upchurchgardencenter.com.
Cherryville and Gastonia, post 23. These two teams tied for the most consecutive Area 4 championships. There's strike one to the leadoff hitter, Jared Wallace from Dillon Hastings. Cherryville's won 5 straight, and that streak is continuing now as we speak. And Gastonia won 5 straight from 1962 to 1966. Here's the next pitch, foul back, and the count 0-2 to Jared Wallace. Wallace, it'll be Wallace, Logan Craig, and Dale Roush coming up. No balls and 2 strikes to Wallace, and the next pitch popped up. Third base side may have a play. Third baseman over in, and he makes the catch. Did he make it? Yeah. What a play.
Snagged that ball.
Sam Travis over in foul territory, right in front of the pitching mound over there. The bullpen makes the play.
I think he took a bite of hot dog from one of the fans. I mean, he was right there with him. So great play and got something to eat too.
So 1 out. That'll bring up first baseman Logan Craig. Craig tonight 1 for 2, had a single in the second and lined out to the second baseman. Remember, he hit that shot that they doubled up on that double play.
Yes, he did.
So 1 ball and no strikes to Logan Craig.
Doesn't have to worry about a double play, so.
Not this time. 1-0 count to Craig. Here's a 1-0 pitch inside, 2-0. 5-0 Cherryville here in the top of the 6th inning. Chipper RBI single and his 150th career.
Stolen base?
Stolen base.
Boy, Chipper taking matters into his own hands, folks. He's about 40 years old. And
Braves lead 1-0. I hope that Tony LaRussa names him to the All-Star team.
I think he will. I think Tony's a class act, and
there's ball 4.
I think he will.
So 1 out, and that'll bring up Dale Roush. The Brave announcers were, of course, trying to get Michael Bourne and Chipper Jones on that team. Ugla. Do you call him ugly?
Ugla.
Do you call him ugly?
He's a tough-looking fella at the plate.
Don't call him ugly to his face.
No, I wouldn't.
There's a fly ball to left field at slicing, and
he caught
good
that ball.
play out there.
I'm telling you, folks, it was something to see. That ball was slicing. I thought Thomas Best at center field had a better chance at that, fading to left field, but the left fielder ran that ball down.
So good play out there in left field by Blake Mosteller. Chipper replaced Kemp on the All-Star team today.
Hey, good news.
So, yep. So Chipper Jones on the All-Star team. And Albert Pujols is not.
You're kidding.
No. Not,
I guess
not
the American
unless,
League didn't take to him, huh?
No, well, he hadn't taken to the American League that quite well yet either. 1 ball and no strikes. I think he's coming on, though. Andrew Ray, 1-0 count to Ray. 2 outs, runner at first. And the 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0. Of course, I don't know. I've been a Cardinal fan since 1964.
Okay.
And I was not in favor of signing him for that amount of money, 2-1.
Well, the Cardinal fans, and I've been a baseball fan my whole life, seem to be the most intelligent, understand the game of baseball. When you watch, the Braves play them, to me,
Thank you.
I thought they were.
Thank you very much.
I mean, they know how to treat players. They know how to treat opposing teams, and I think when Chipper went back, they did a lot of teams.
Oh yeah, special ceremonies for him. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 3-2. But Cardinals in third right now. It's a couple 3 back, so they're still within striking distance. They've had a lot of injuries this year. A lot of injuries. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ray.
That looked good.
And just missing ball 4.
I think it fooled them.
Ray has been on base 3 times tonight, has not had a hit yet. Reached with a fielder's choice and 2 walks tonight. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Matt Faulkner, the left fielder. So 2 outs and 2 runners on for Gastonia here in the top of the 6th. Cherryville leading 5-0 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Again tomorrow night in Gastonia, Sims Legion Park. So 2 outs and 2 runners on. Here's the first pitch to Faulkner. Just
chin
about
music
hitting.
There. Hello.
Wow. He done a good job getting out of the way.
Yes, he did.
Faulkner 0 for 2. He struck out twice and just about got knocked out on that one.
He won't need to shave tomorrow morning, folks.
No balls. Did he call that a strike? He said the bat went around? Okay, I guess so. Evens the count of 1-1 now to Faulkner trying to get out of the way. He called it a strike.
Wow. Try that same pitch.
1-1 count to Matt Faulkner. Runners at first and second. And the 1-1 pitch. Missing outside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Faulkner. Cherryville fans wanted that pitch.
It looked a little outside, but
5-0 Cherryville here in the top of the 6th. Gastonia threatening with runners at first and second and 2 away. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Ground ball, first base side. Alexander will step on the bag.
Unassisted.
So 3 away, no runs, no hits, 2 runners left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard, and Cherryville out in front, 3-0. We'll be back right after these messages. You're watching and listening to Cherryville Post 100 Baseball on WhatsAppShopper.com and 1590 AM WCSL.
Attention diabetics. Here's a message from Hauser Drug Store in downtown Cherryville. Are you paying too much for diabetic testing supplies? Then see Hauser Drug Store in downtown Cherryville. $0. $0 is how much your monitor, strips, and lancets should cost if you have Medicaid or Medicare plus a supplement. See Hauser Drug Store today. Find out all the details. That's Hauser Drug on the corner in downtown Cherryville. For over 50 years, Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville has been locally owned and operated. Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville specializes in auto parts, paint, hydraulic hoses, and more. Plus, they have an experienced and knowledgeable staff working to serve you, no matter what your automotive needs are. See Drew and his crew of automotive specialists at Napa Auto Parts, 905 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 704-435-4581 today. Get your prescriptions to go from Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville. Yes, delivery is now available. Look for the Medical Center delivery van in your area. Just call 704-435-3263 for your prescriptions to go. You can even order online at mcpcherryville.com. Check out that new and improved website. And the grill is now under new management. Come on in for your favorite sandwiches. That's at the Medical Center Pharmacy, East Academy Street in Cherryville. On the go for you.
5-0 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard with Sam Travis, Dustin Wilson, and Luke Kaiser. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Cherryville. First pitch foul ball.
Okay, he made some people on the Cherryville side of the dugout there kind of hop around.
They've had several of those tonight.
I guess he's ahead of the pitch.
I think so. He's in front of it. Travis is 1 for 2 tonight. Popped up to second. Had a base hit last time up. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Remember, Sam got picked off over at first base. But he made that great play over there at third, getting that out last inning. No balls, 2 strikes to Sam Travis. And the 0-2 pitch. There's a base hit.
Right over the second baseman's head. Center fielder kind of gets away from him, but he recovers. Keeps it to a single.
That'll bring up right fielder Dustin Wilson. Wilson tonight 0 for 2. Grounded out to the pitcher and struck out. After 6.5, it's Lincoln County now 6, Shelby 5. I just got a text. That game going back and forth. They're coming for us.
Uh-oh.
So Wilson at the plate with a runner at first and nobody out. And Wilson squaring around to bunt, pops it up, but foul. Strike 1 to Dustin Wilson. Luke Kaiser on deck. Were you ever a member of the rescue squad? Or
yes, I was.
I thought you were at one
I drove
time.
an ambulance up in Kenbridge, Virginia.
I was thinking you were at one time.
You know, I thought
fireman.
you could
ever been a fireman? Or?
Well, I was served here at Cherryville for a few years as a chaplain, but I thought you could speed driving an ambulance and go as fast as you wanted because that's what they did on television. But the
is that why you don't drive anymore?
That's why I don't drive anymore. Exactly.
Next pitch is bunted. Good bunt. Pitcher will field and throw to first. Just barely got him.
Pitcher only had one play, and that was to first base.
So that's a sacrifice, and Travis moves down to second with 1 out, and that'll bring up Luke Kaiser. The catcher, Kaiser, is 1 for 2, popped up, had a base hit back in the 4th inning.
Do you hear a ooga horn, or is that just me?
That's my old car.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, as long as you're hearing it.
I'm not paying any attention to it.
Okay. All right. As long as you hear it, too.
That's it. There's is that going to get over? Nope. Right to the second baseman. So 1 pitch, 1 out as Kaiser pops up to second. So 2 outs in the inning, and top of the order again, Mr. Electricity, Thomas Bess. Bess is 2 for 3 tonight, flew out to right, and had a couple of base hits, and every time he's been on base, he scored a run. So he's 2 for 2 in the run department as well.
I don't know what his RBI count is. Of course, he's leadoff, but it'd be nice for him to pick one up right here.
So 2 outs in the inning. Runner in scoring position at second. That's Sam Travis. And swinging a foul ball to Thomas Bess. With Brett Huff waiting on deck. 5-0 Cherryville here in the bottom of the 6th inning on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard. I like the jingle by Mr. Sparky. You can just about sing along. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled out of play.
I like the free part. You know.
Yeah.
It's free. Is that part of it?
If they don't get to your home in a certain period of time, then it's free.
That's my favorite part.
No, not the ambulance. Mr. Sparky.
Mr. Sparky.
So 2 outs and an 0-2 count now to Thomas Best.
He's going to get a hit right here, folks.
The prediction. Here's the 0-2 pitch, fouled out of play.
I didn't say it'd be a hit.
Well, Thomas
he hit the ball.
He hit the ball. He's just protecting the plate right now with 2 strikes. So.
Well, they're feeding him a steady dot inside, trying to tie him up.
Thomas last time took the pitch outside into right field. So 2 outs, runner at second, no balls and 2 strikes to Thomas Beth. Here's the check and the 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Again, tomorrow night in Gastonia at Sims Legion Park. Game 3 back here. If there is a game 4, it will be at Ashbrook High School. I guess the Grizzlies
are in town.
Will be in town for that game. Unless the weather has something to do. And, there's a 20, 30, 40% chance every afternoon this week.
Really?
Swing and a miss, and Best strikes out.
Goes out swinging, folks.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We played 6 complete on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard. And Cherryville post 100 out in front 5-0 over Gastonia. All right, we'll be back right after these messages. You're watching and listening to Post 100 Baseball on WhatsUpShopper.com and on 1590 AM WCSL.
Dr. Paul H. Cloninger takes this time to invite you to Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry in Cherryville and Cherryville Dental Clinic. You'll find a state-of-the-art facility with excellent dental care from their competent and caring staff, offering a wide array of preventive, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, and they strive to improve your dental health and a higher quality of life. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry, 1015 East Kirk Street in Cherryville, and Cherryville Dental Clinic, 106 North Mountain Street in Cherryville. Visit the website at CloningerDentistry.com.
So many policies with different providers makes everything confusing.
Man, when you bundle your home, auto, and life insurance policies with Nationwide, will help you feel more protected and even save you up to 25%. I think you can take it from here, right?
Nationwide is on your side.
Call your local Nationwide agent, Sandy Cunningham in Cherryville today at 704-445-1990.
Sure did, didn't it? Okay, we go to the top of the 7th inning. Wow, 7th inning here already. And Cherryville out in front, 5-0 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard. And we've got ambulances and fire trucks and everything going on tonight here. And there's a swing and a miss, and quickly strike 3. 1 out as Burleson strikes out to lead off here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up the center fielder, Trevor Bridges. Bridges tonight is a base hit. He's 1 for 3. Reached for the fielder's choice, popped up to second, and singled back in the 5th. First pitch, ball 1. The ball's one ball and no strike to Trevor Bridges. I got a microphone here that don't want to act right. I think it needs a little adjusting.
Okay, that's the thing about microphones. You just can't trust them.
No, you just can't. I mean, just when you think you got it, it don't work. Here's a 2-0 pitch outside, 3-0. Garrett Lowry waited on deck here in the 7th. Do we have a half-and-half winner?
Yes.
Okay, good. Somebody won them a little money tonight.
Yes, they snuck in and snuck out. There's a strike.
3 balls and 1 strike to Bridges. Again, Dylan Hastings on the mound. He's gone the distance tonight. Might be a candidate for our player of the game here after the broadcast. There's a diving stop. Throw to first, not in time over there. Good try over there by the shortstop.
Kraft did a great job. Stopped the ball from going into the outfield and made it a close play.
That'll be an infield single for Bridges with Garrett Lowry, the shortstop, coming up. Wait a minute, I messed up. That was
first time.
Yeah, Sparrow who led off, and that was a base hit by Burleson. So, era, scorekeeper, announcer.
Is that in the scorebook? Yeah.
I don't know if we can have that. We need to make that a new category.
Oh, I'd leave it alone.
So this is Trevor Bridges, the center fielder. Bridges 1 for 3 tonight. Base hit by Burleson. That was his first of the night. Ball down in the dirt. 1 ball and no. Let's count 1-1.
Yes, sir.
1-1 to Trevor Bridges. Yeah, I was fixing my scorebook there.
It's amazing that you can do all that at the same time, to keep the scorebook, do the computer, and call the game. I mean, I'm having a tough time just watching the game and drinking water.
I'm amphibious.
You can use either hand, huh?
2 strikes to Trevor Bridges. We have fun at the ballpark, though.
It's a great place to have fun.
It is. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bridges. Mr. Carroll Bingham coming in the ballpark. He was out at the ticket gate a little while ago selling tickets. I guess
you
it's
get to watch the
inning.
game.
You come late, you get in free, I guess.
Yes, sir.
So 2 outs. Well, at the end of 7 innings, Shelby and Lincoln County now tied 6-6. So 2 outs here. That'll bring up Garrett Lowry, the shortstop. Garrett is 0 for 3 tonight. Reached to the fielder's choice. Grout to the pitcher and Grout to the third baseman. 5-0 Cherryville here in the top of the 7th if you've just joined us.
It's been a well-played game. Of course, we're up 5-0.
Both starting pitchers have gone the distance. Dylan Hastings for Cherryville and Jared Wallace for Gastonia Post 23. Strike 1 to Garrett Lowry. Here's a check in the 0-1 pitch. Breaking pitch, ripped in left field and caught on the run out there by Mosteller again, the Blue Mist. So 4 up and 3 down as Gastonia strands a runner. We go to the bottom of the 7th on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard, and it's still Cherryville 5, Gastonia nothing. We'll be back right after these messages. You're watching and listening to Post 100 Baseball on Wcsl and whatsupshopper.com.
For a complete auto repair, see Garen Sellers at Seller Service Center on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Right now, they're offering alignments for only $29.95 with a purchase of 4 tires. But hurry, the offer ends soon. From tires and repair to inspections to alignment and custom rims, Seller Service Center does it all. From AC repair to shock, struts, oil changes, and computerized balancing. Seller Service Center does it all. 7156 Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturdays, 8 to 1.
St. John's Lutheran Church has a new pastor. Reverend Eric Childers welcomes everyone to worship at St. John's in Cherryville. Sunday school begins at 9:45 a.m. and worship at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have Lenten services on Wednesdays with meal at 6 p.m. and service at 6:30 p.m. through Easter Sunday. Elementary school youth also meets every Wednesday at 4:45, and high school and middle school youth meet every other Sunday night at 6 p.m. Come visit and worship with us at St. John's Lutheran Church, 310 West Church Street, Cherryville, North Carolina, 704-435-9264.
Acceleration Station can even help you with that next great birthday party. Open 7 days a week behind the old Harris Teeter in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0670. Remember, take time out and have some good old-fashioned fun at Acceleration Station.
Okay, welcome back to the ballpark. We move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cherryville out in front 5-0 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard, and leading things off will be Brett Huff, followed by Tyler Shoemaker and the Blue Mist, Blake Mosteller. First pitch in there for a strike, strike 1. Again, Jared Wallace has gone the distance tonight. Actually, I haven't figured up the earned runs, but, if you figure up earned runs, he's maybe given up really 1 earned run of those 5. There's a fly ball hit well in right field. It might get out of here, and that ball is going to be off the wall.
Went to the base.
And Huff's a double.
Hold him at second base.
Got all of that one, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
That'll bring up the DH Tyler Shoemaker as he sent that one for a ride out in right field.
Now, would you, of course, this is your designated, number 16. Who is that? Must be a new.
I got a roster here somewhere.
Okay.
Seth Weekly.
Now.
All right, we got a pinch hitter, Seth Weekly, who is pinch hitting for the DH.
Okay, Seth.
So Weekly coming up with a runner in scoring position down at second. Wallace with the check, and the pitch to Weekly is low. 1 ball, no strikes. 5-0 Cherryville, but Cherryville threatening here in the 7th inning. 1-0 count to Seth Weekly. Next pitch. Did it hit him?
No, they thought it hit him up in the press box, but it was called a strike.
Okay. So the count 1-1 now to Weekly. With Blake Mosteller on deck. Nobody out. Runner in scoring position down at second. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. Center fielder coming in. Okay. And makes the catch and 1 away.
The runner cannot advance. It's just a shallow fly ball into center field.
It's one of those can of corns.
Yes.
That'll bring up Mosteller. The Blue Mist is grounded out to the shortstop. Walked, had a sacrifice fly.
He's due.
So 0 for 1 officially with an RBI.
He is due.
Brandon Alexander waits on deck. 1 out, runner down at second. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Cherryville out in front 5-0. Don't forget, folks, this game winds up. Head on up to, here's a pitch. Swing and a miss.
He was
Strike
swinging
1.
for the fences.
Head on up to uptown, downtown, Main Street for the big fireworks celebration tonight. I guess they'll shoot fireworks from the First Baptist Church parking lot again.
Yes, sir. For several years they've done that, and they kind of mark off half the parking lot.
Pitch outside. Pickoff throw down to second. They got him. Whoa.
Yeah.
What a play down at second base. And they have picked the runner off. Brett Huff down at second base. Good throw by the catcher, Andrew Ray. And a good play by the second baseman, Dale Roush, to put the tag on it. That's a lonely feeling, trotted off the field after that.
You have to go by your coach there at third base.
That's the worst part, right?
That's the worst part.
I don't think Coach Reynolds said anything.
No.
But he didn't have to. So 2 outs for Mosteller. And the count 1-1. Next pitch, high fly ball. Center field. Should be another can of corn, so to speak, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on after the pickoff. And at the end of 7 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard, Cherryville out in front 5-0. You're watching and listening to Post 100 Baseball right here on 1590 AM WCSL and WhatsAppShopper.com.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Call Roland Black Heating and Cooling, 704-865-1375.
It's hard to stop a train.
When the septic tank backs up, Dennis Willis Septic Service in Cherryville is the name to remember. Dennis Willis services, repairs, and installs all types of septic tanks. They have pump-out tanks, too. Call Dennis Willis for septic tank service at 704-435-2326. Again, that's 704-435-2326 for professional, fair, and honest work from a name you've trusted for years. Dennis Willis Septic Tank Service of Cherryville. Again, that's 704-435-2326.
Dr. Paul H. Kleiniger Dentistry, 1015 East Church Street in Cherryville, and Cherryville Dental Clinic, 106 North Mountain Street in Cherryville. Visit the website at kleinigerdentistry.com.
Okay, move to the top of the 8th inning. Cherryville out in front, 5-0 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard, and it'll be the number 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. And the first pitch is hit into center field. Did Best make the catch?
Ball.
Yes, he did. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. It got by him. I thought he had it too, Vince.
I think one of the officials was saying that he had it, and of course the guy that was behind the plate said that he missed it, and he did. Got the call right. So the batter winds up at second base after one pitch.
Good effort by Bess out there. So that'll be a double by Wallace, and Logan Craig coming up. Another left-hander. Again, Dylan Hastings on the mound. He's gone the distance for Cherryville here tonight. Top of the 8th inning. Cherryville out in front 5-0. Did have an update after 7.5. That Shelby Lincoln County game still tied at 6 each. There's a strike one to Logan Craig.
And we have some Cherryville ball players down here, I guess, going to clock the speed of the pitch. Radar gun, that's something you really don't like to see. As long as it's in front of you, you're okay. You just don't want one behind you.
No, that's right, with the little bubblegum machine
Yeah.
going off. No balls and 1 strike to Logan Craig. And the 0-1 pitch, very outside. Evens the count of 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Logan Craig. Nobody out for Gastonia, top of the 8th. Post 23 trailing 5-0. And the 1-1 pitch down low, 2-1.
Now we've had 3 players picked off the pads.
I think so.
3 players
tonight. 2 balls and 1 strike to Logan Craig. There's a lot going on tonight.
Yes.
Siren-wise around Cherryville. Here's a 2-1 pitch outside. 3-1 now to Craig. Again, we'll be on the air tomorrow night, 6:45 from Sims Legion Park. Both WhatsUpShopper.com and WCSL. 3-1 count to Craig. Dale Roush on deck. Three balls and 1 strike. And the 3-1 pitch outside.
Okay.
Corner for a strike.
Take it.
3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Craig. Craig, the left-hander, against the right-handed Mosteller. Now Craig will step out, step back in. We're ready to go again. 3 balls. To Hastings on the mound. And the 3-2 pitch.
Struck
Swing and a miss.
Out. You kind of wonder when the count's full, do you want to hope for a walk and give it to the next young man, or do you want to take it matters into your own hands?
What type of hitter you are,
Yes.
you know. So 1 out, and Dale Roush coming up. Did you get a Brave report here a minute ago? Not a good one?
We were getting beat 3-1.
Cubbies over the Braves 3-1. That's not a final.
No.
Dale Roush coming up. He's 1 for 3. Struck out, singled, and flew out to left. There's a strike. Strike 1 to Roush. Andrew Ray waits on deck. 0-1 count to Dale Roush. Another ambulance. What is going on?
I don't know.
There's a foul ball.
There's another one.
And there's another one. Somebody's robbed Walmart, evidently.
I don't know.
No balls and 2 strikes to Dale Roush. I still find it hard to believe we've got a Walmart.
It's a great thing.
It is.
24 hours.
No balls and 2 strikes to Dale Roush.
It's the best thing ever happened for teams.
1 out, runner down at second. Gastonia trying to get a run here, trailing 5-0. Pitch is inside, and the count 2-2.
I think it says 1-2.
Maybe so. I'm watching the ambulances go by.
Yeah.
2 strikes on the hitter anyway. Here's the next pitch, ground ball foul, first base side. So the count, we'll say 1-2. We'll go with what Troy's got on the scoreboard. Don't doubt Troy.
We have confidence.
Yes. Gastonia, no runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Cherryville, 5 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Dale Roush. Next pitch, fouled again.
Okay.
So the count remains 1-2 with Andrew Ray on deck. Don't forget, at the end of the broadcast, we'll name our Medical Center Pharmacy Player of the Game for Cherryville Post 100. Coming up right after the broadcast tonight. Vince, you're going to have to help us.
I'll do my best.
Figure it out tonight. There's a ground ball hit to the shortstop. He's going to go to third for the
He's
force,
out.
and they got him. Good play over there by Kraft.
Takes the lead runner out of scoring position.
Sam Travis putting the tag on the runner. So Roush will reach with the fielder's choice, and Wallace is thrown out at third, 6-5. 2 outs in the inning, and Andrew Ray coming up. Now, they haven't gotten Ray out yet tonight.
Really?
He does not have a hit. Reached with the fielder's choice and walked twice. First pitch to Ray,
Well,
foul back, strike one.
He's swinging.
Yes, he was. He said, I'm going to try to get a hit this time.
Yes, he wants to run the first base and not trot.
No balls and one strike to Andrew Ray. Runner at first, 2 away for Ray. Here's a check and the 0-1 pitch. Oh, good breaking pitch from Dylan Hastings that time.
I mean, he has great command. It's
Yes,
7 2/3 innings here. He's just stellar.
No balls and 2 strikes to Ray. And the 0-2 pitch, high, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away, runner down at first. Hastings working quickly now, and the 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch there, just missed. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cherryville out in front, 5-0 here in the top of the 8th inning. Hastings with the 2-2 pitch coming. Ball 3 gets away from the catcher.
Okay.
Down in the dirt. That'll be a wild pitch. So runner at second, 2 outs, and the count full now to Andrew Ray, 3-2.
Do they have like an umpire store where they can buy them little brains out?
3 balls and 2 strikes to Andrew Ray.
Is there like a section that says umpire's little brains?
Dylan Hastings throwing a shutout so far, trying to keep it that way. Ray trying to break it up. And the 3-2 pitch, breaking pitch.
Strike
3.
I thought that was a strike.
Little delayed call there by the umpire, wasn't it?
I didn't want to call it and it'd be a ball, but it looked like a strike.
No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard, and the score is Cherryville Post 100 out in front, 5-0. You're watching and listening to Cherryville Post 100 baseball right here on WCSL and WhatsAppShopper.com.
Take time out from your busy, hectic life and have some fun. Lots of fun at Exhilaration Station in Cherryville. Exhilaration Station has something every family member would enjoy. Batting cages, mini golf, games for every age. Why, Exhilaration Station can even help you with that next great birthday party. Open 7 days a week behind the old Harris Teeter in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0670. Remember, take time out and have some good old-fashioned fun at Exhilaration Station.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing. Here's your card. What was that?
It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee.
You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union.
She's right. Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those pains go away.
Here's your receipt.
Come talk with manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville.
Some bowdines out there.
Oh, there we go. All right.
West End Sales and
Let me see. We got to get back to the ball game.
Okay.
We're talking racing here.
Okay.
Cleveland County Fairgrounds Speedway. Be sure to check it out on Friday night. And if you can't make it over, you can watch it on WhatsAppShopper.com. And there's a ground ball foul. First pitch to Brandon Alexander, strike 1.
Cameron High.
Cameron High, pinch hitting. Oh, did he? Okay, I didn't make that note. Usually my color man takes care of that.
I'm sorry about that. I'm just enjoying the game. This is having a great spot here.
I'm picking on you. Oh, boy.
I'm wearing my contacts, and they're good for...
Well, I got glasses over here. I need to be wearing them. So the count 1-1 to Cameron High. With the right followed by Ryan Kraft and Sam Travis. Next pitch outside, and the count 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Both pitchers have went the distance so far.
Mm-hmm. What's your agenda tomorrow? Any cookouts or anything for the 4th, or just going to chill out? Or?
I guess whatever my wife tells me.
Okay.
Whatever Sweet Thing has on the agenda.
Swing and a Missed. Count 1-2 to Cameron High. So Brandon Alexander finishes his night 1 for 3. I think I got grass mowing on my list tomorrow. Will not be on the radio in the morning, so taking a break tomorrow.
Okay. Well, you deserve it.
We're going to let the computer do its thing. Here's a 2-2 pitch and missing low, 3-2.
How's the trading post?
The trading post is fine. We swapping and buying and selling.
Okay.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Cameron High. Next pitch,
Low.
ball 4. So the lead runner is on here in the bottom of the 8th for Cherryville. And that's going to bring up shortstop Ryan Kraft.
Shortstop number 19, Ryan Kraft.
Kraft tonight 1 for 3. He has singled, struck out, and grounded to the pitcher.
And he's played excellent at shortstop.
Yes, he has. Runner down at first with the lead. And the pitch is inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Ryan Kraft. A lot of folks walking up to the fireworks,
Yes,
getting
they
ready.
are.
You say around 10 o'clock?
That was the official starting time.
9:15. There's a high pop. Center fielder should make the play, and he camps under it and does. So there's 1 out as Kraft flies out to center. 9:15 now, so hopefully we'll get finished up here in time to watch the fireworks.
Number 22, Sam Travis.
That'll bring up Sam Travis, the third baseman. Sam tonight has popped up and had 2 hits. He's 2 for 3 tonight.
Okay.
And played a good defensive game over at third. So the check of the runner at first, Cameron High, and the pitch to Sam is hit into center again. Center fielder's really made a lot of plays.
Yes, he
lately.
has. He hasn't had to move much.
No, so there's 2 outs as Travis flies out, and that'll bring up right fielder Dustin Wilson. We got a pinch hitter, Spencer Stamey.
Spencer Stamey. Number 1.
So Spencer Stamey coming up. The Cleveland County Fair gives a $1,500 scholarship each year to a young man, and last year Spencer was our winner.
Really?
Of that, sure did. And I can't remember which college that he's elected to go to, but he quite a brilliant young man, Spencer Stamey. No, I'm sorry.
You're thinking of Brandon, aren't you? His son, his brother.
I'm lost.
Okay.
I'm lost. It's the other one.
Brandon, his older brother.
Right.
Because I think Spencer's in high school.
Yeah,
And I thought
you're right.
he's tricked you.
Yeah. I talked when I shouldn't have talked. There's
Yeah.
a pop up to the shortstop left.
Oh, he
fielder
drops it.
He drops it.
Oh.
Spencer Martin is who I'm thinking of.
Okay, Spencer Martin.
Spencer Martin is who I'm thinking of.
Okay.
That's right. Did he go to NC State? No, he went to Carolina.
Okay.
Spencer Martin. Yes, he did. Okay. Yep, he did. Spencer Martin was the young man who won the scholarship.
You know, this would not be a bad place to watch the fireworks from. I mean,
Wouldn't be.
Because, you know, it's up in the air. You don't have to be right underneath it.
All right, we got 2 outs. Runners at first and second for Luke Kaiser now after the error on the left fielder. First pitch is in there for a strike, so Cherry will see if they can make the error hurt. Leading 5-0 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. On the Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky scoreboard trying to get some more insurance runs.
There's no breeze. The flags are just
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
no
Not
breeze
a breeze
at all.
in the air, is there? That's good for fireworks shooting.
It is.
We got good firework weather, right?
It's not good for home runs, but it's good for. I want to thank Chief Cash and all the folks at the Cherryville Fire Department.
1-1 pitch, ground ball hit to second, and the second baseman gobbles it up and throws out the runner, and that'll do it. We played 8 complete on the Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky scoreboard, and Cherryville out in front 5-0 over Gastonia. All right, we'll be back right after this break. You're watching and listening to Post 100 Baseball right here on Wcsl and WhatsAppShopper.com.
It's time to gear up to mow the grass, prune the trees, and trim the weeds. To help with your outdoor projects, Husqvarna has everything you need. This means you can save time on the job, get the job done right, and enjoy the results of your hard work. Stop by Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reachville Road in Lincoln and see the full line of Husqvarna products. Husqvarna can help you with all of your lawn and landscape needs. Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center in Lincoln. Husqvarna, taming the wild. Most of us will make or assist in making funeral arrangements of some kind in our lives. This can mean making many decisions at a very difficult and emotional time. At Carpenter's Funeral Home of Cherryville, their funeral directors, John Porter and Carol Carpenter, are there to offer help and guidance. Carpenter's Funeral Home promotes the highest ethical and professional standards while maintaining cost-effective service, even winning the Pursuit of Excellence Award. Carpenter's Funeral Home, 1100 East Main Street in Cherryville, a member of the North Carolina Funeral Directors Association.
Wooden storage buildings start at $1,099. 3-tab roofing shingles, $44.96 a square or $14.99 a bundle. College Building Supplies, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-922-8649.
Welcome back to Fraley Field. Calvin Hastings and Vince Hefner as we move to the ninth inning. Cherryville out in front 5-0. Dylan Hastings has gone the distance and done a good job out there on the mound tonight for Cherryville Post 100.
He has kept the other team from crossing home plate, shut out.
8-9-1 due up for Gastonia. Matt Faulkner, the left fielder. Nope, this is not Matt Faulkner. This is
number 16.
Dustin Malden. Dustin Malden pinch hitting. Faulkner finishes his night up at 0 for 3. The count 1-1 to Malden. Sawyer Sparrow on deck. So Dustin Malden, 1 ball, 1 strike. The left-hander hits it out to second. And up will glove and throw to first, and there's 1 away.
Okay. 2 outs, folks.
No, 1 out.
I mean, 2 outs before.
2 outs to go, yeah.
2 outs to go.
2 outs to go. You're right. Cherryville will get that game 1 in this series. Best 3 of 5. This is a 3 of 5 game series. Years ago, this first round used to be a 2 of 3. Best 3 of 5 game series. So 1 out for Sawyer Sparrow. Game 2 tomorrow night at Sims Legion Park. First pitch to Sparrow is in there for a strike. Dylan Burleson waiting on deck. Here's the 0-1 pitch, breaking pitch, strike pitch. 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Sparrow. And you can complete this sentence. His eye is on the
Sparrow.
There we go.
Well, that was a good show pitch. He was 0-2. Throw it just a little outside. Maybe he'll go for it. He didn't.
1-2 count to Sparrow. The 1-2 pitch,
there you
swing
go.
and a miss, struck him out. He just reared back and got that.
That's it.
Hummed it on in there. Threw it by him. That'll bring up Dylan Burleson, top of the order. Burleson 1 for 4. Reached with an arrow, flew out to right, hit into a double play, and had a base hit last time up. Don't forget fireworks in Cherryville at 10 o'clock tonight. So if you leave the ballpark and head on up that way, or you could just stay here at the ballpark.
Stay here and watch it.
Run you out.
No.
Here's a 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dylan Burleson. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Popped up on the first base side, and let's see.
That's
that'll
the ball game, folks.
3 up, 3 down, and the final score on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard, Cherryville 5 and Gastonia nothing. Game 2 tomorrow night in Gastonia. All right, we're going to take a break. Coming back, we got our Medical Center Pharmacy Player of the Game Award coming up right after this break. We'll be back right after this here on Cherryville Post 100 Baseball, brought to you by our title sponsor, B Square Construction. And you're listening to WCSL and watching WhatsUpShopper.com.
Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville Country Club golf course is also available to the public. Come on down for a great meal and great golfing experience. Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club. Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5x5 up to 10x30. They also sell moving supplies such as locks, slip covers, ropes, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and is also the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate-controlled units. All storage units have 24-hour access and have paved lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras as well as treated monthly for pest control. For more information, call 704-435-4909.
College Building Supplies in Dallas can save you money on kitchen and bath cabinets, exterior siding, all-size lumber, treated and regular. 5E galvanized metal starts at $15.49 per sheet. Wooden storage buildings start at $1,099. 3-tab roofing shingles, $44.96 a square, or
Okay, welcome back to Fraley Field. Calvin Hastings and Vince Hefner, and time now for our Medical Center Pharmacy Player of the Game Award. And tonight, Vince Hefner, I'll let you tell them all about it.
Well, I guess it would have to be the pitcher, Dylan Hastings.
Dylan Hastings.
I think he threw a complete game, 7 hits, no runs, had great command of the zone all game long, had some great defense. Of course, Thomas Best got scoring started, 2 outs.
Sure did.
But it's hard to go against a young man that threw a shutout, complete game. So, congratulations.
On his line score, 9 innings, no runs, 7 hits, and he struck out 7 batters tonight.
Okay.
Some of the leading hitters for Cherryville tonight. Let's mention this. Thomas Best was 2 for 4 tonight. Brett Huff had a couple of hits. He was 2 for 4. And Sam Travis also 2 for 4. And Sam played some great defense over at third base. Made a spectacular foul ball catch over there in the bullpen. Vince, want to thank you for sitting in tonight. Tell you what, thank you there, sir.
Calvin,
great job as always.
Well, thank you for the opportunity.
Well,
and anytime I can step in, do anything, give me a call.
We will do that. He came to the ballpark to say the prayer and wound up being our color man tonight. And a good job.
Thank you.
Want to thank Freddie Farley on top of the Henry Dome, Kevin Hastings also tonight, and I guess that game, last we heard, that Lincoln County Shelby game still in progress, and we're going to join that game in progress on Wcsl, so that'll be coming up. Again, the final score was Cherryville 5 and Gastonia nothing. Game 2 tomorrow night at Sims Legion Park. Airtime will be at 6:45 tomorrow night. All right, thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow night. And listen, you guys have a pleasant good evening and good night, and happy 4th of July.
Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5x5 up to 10x30. They also sell moving supplies such as locks, slip covers, ropes, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and is also the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate-controlled units. All storage units have 24-hour access and have paved lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras as well as treated monthly for pest control. For more information, call 704-435-4909. Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville Country Club golf course is also available to the public. Come on down for a great meal and great golfing experience. Cherryville Country Club.